Exploring the Great Divide, unraveling the tale of North Face and Patagonia, two titans of the outdoor apparel industry, each with its distinct philosophy, approach, and impact. Join us on a journey through the wilderness of these iconic brands as we delve deep into the fascinating differences that set them apart. From their founding ideals to their environmental commitments, this exploration will unveil the unique narratives that define North Face and Patagonia. Patagonia and the North Face are widely recognized as two leading brands in the outdoor clothing market. They have a history of competition, but this video focuses not on comparing their puffer jackets for warmth on a cliff face, but on discussing the distinctions in their overall branding and marketing messages, particularly regarding their environmental stances. Patagonia describes itself as an activist company, renowned for criticizing consumerism and dedicating significant time and resources to environmental initiatives. In contrast, the North Face acknowledges environmental issues but is more inclined towards partnerships, such as with companies like Supreme. Surprisingly, these brands share a history of deep friendship, with Doug Tompkins, co-founder of the North Face, and Yvon Chouinard, founder of Patagonia, being childhood friends, fostering a strong bond rooted in their mutual love and respect for the outdoors. The video explores how Patagonia and the North Face ended up adopting nearly opposite approaches to environmental engagement. The founders, Doug and Yvon, share similar beginnings as lifelong adventurers, more focused on climbing than business. However, their expeditions required funding, prompting them to start selling climbing gear from a young age. In 1965, Yvon established Chouinard Equipment, swiftly becoming the largest climbing gear supplier in the USA within 5 years. Around the same time, Doug was also selling climbing and camping gear, opening his own retail store, the North Face, in 1966. Their lives and the clothing industry were forever changed when they embarked on an expedition together. In the late 1960s, Doug proposed a road trip from California to South America, where they climbed, surfed, and skied along the way. Yvon agreed under the condition that they ascend Mount Fitzroy in Patagonia, Chile. This trip left them deeply captivated by South America's natural beauty, particularly the Patagonia region, igniting their newfound passion for conservation. Soon after, they integrated this life-altering experience into their businesses. Yvon expanded into selling apparel and founded Patagonia, incorporating Mount Fitzroy's silhouette into the logo as a tribute to their Patagonia journey. He ensured that the brand mirrored his values and emphasized environmental responsibility. Meanwhile, Doug sold the North Face just 2 years after opening his initial retail store. Instead, he established Esprit, another similar company, which he grew into a multi-million-dollar venture. Despite his success, Doug was dissatisfied with the evolving outdoor apparel industry. The market for outdoor clothing had surged from $5.1 billion in 2013 to $6.7 billion in 2019 in the USA alone, and this global trend showed no signs of slowing down. Doug believed this growth was unsustainable, as outdoor clothing became just another fashion category, with everyone seeking Gore-Tex for everyday use. He, more so than many others, painfully recognized the negative impact his products were having. He envisioned a dystopian future unless significant change occurred. In one interview, he vividly described a world dominated by sand dunes, inhabited by Norwegian rats and cockroaches, a remarkably specific image. In 1989, taking steps to avert this grim future, Doug divested his stake in Esprit USA, explaining that he wanted to cease selling unnecessary items. At that point, his share was valued at $125 million. With the proceeds, he relocated to Chile, where he initiated the Deep Ecology Foundation and acquired a vast expanse of land, totaling 2.2 million acres. As of the latest available information, the foundation has a limited online presence. While we don't have explicit details about the impact of this decision on Doug and Yvon's friendship, what remains clear is that they maintained their friendship and continued to embark on numerous adventures together. Tragically, at the age of 72, Doug passed away in a kayaking accident during an expedition with Yvon, fittingly in Patagonia, Chile. Today, the legacies of both men endure through the companies they helped establish. Doug may have departed North Face early in its development, but it's fascinating to observe how their contrasting perspectives influence the industry. Over time, both men acknowledged the challenges within the apparel business. Doug chose to distance himself entirely from the industry, while Yvon opted to remain within it, shaping it from the inside and using profits to benefit the greater world. In the present day, without Doug's guidance, North Face has become a dominant force in the outdoor apparel industry, establishing a global brand by doing exactly what Doug wished to avoid: selling unnecessary items. They've ventured into unconventional collaborations, like their recent partnership with Gucci, offering $2,000 designer boots for wilderness treks, even though the product description humorously states, "Protect from direct sunlight, heat, and rain," which seems quite unusual. To be fair, North Face has initiated some environmental efforts, but it often appears as if they're merely following trends. For instance, they've adopted 100% recycled polyester in their thermoball jackets, conveniently doing so after Patagonia had already taken similar steps years prior. Unfortunately, this greenwashing approach has boosted profits. North Face now generates an estimated $2 billion annually, compared to Patagonia's more modest $800 million. Yvon, on the other hand, remained committed to Patagonia, continually innovating within the outdoor gear realm. Patagonia's philosophy revolves around producing high-quality, sustainable outdoor gear, which led them to pioneer the organic cotton industry in the 1960s. Today, they are similarly championing hemp as a sustainable material. Patagonia's actions have established new standards that most outdoor clothing companies now follow. Their influence extends beyond the industry, as they played a significant role in co-founding the 1% for the Planet nonprofit. They have gained global recognition as leaders in corporate activism. Patagonia initiated projects like the Wornwear program, repairing clothes from any brand, including their own. They actively oppose oil drilling projects in Los Angeles neighborhoods, raise funds to protect European wild rivers, and connect volunteers with numerous important causes worldwide through their website. These are just a few examples of their multifaceted efforts. The fundamental question emerges: who was on the right path? Doug's endeavors have safeguarded millions of acres of land, while Yvon's business has donated millions of dollars to promote sustainability. Both have left impressive legacies. Ironically, Doug might not have achieved what he did if he hadn't been part of the initially problematic industry. With Doug no longer involved in North Face, one of the most prominent outdoor brands now rests in the hands of individuals who may not share his fervor for his values. This prompts intriguing questions. Would the world have been better off if Doug had never established North Face? Or would it have been preferable for him to remain within the company and strive to influence it from within, as Yvon did? It's a contemplation we should all consider as we face similar choices on a smaller scale in our lives. How we spend our money, cast our votes, and allocate our time can profoundly impact future outcomes. So, the next time you contemplate purchasing a new jacket or shirt, consider its origin, explore the possibility of secondhand options, and reflect on whether you truly need that new item. Our choices, no matter how small, play a role in shaping the world around us. As we conclude our exploration of the differences between North Face and Patagonia, remember that your choices matter. Whether you resonate with North Face's wilderness protection or Patagonia's sustainability focus, consider how you can align your actions with your values in your own life. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey.